Now, looking at the video of this guy, okay, you can honestly tell that this was two people going in opposite directions. He seemed more settled in his life and his role. She wants more. We've been talking about B. Simone, right? B. Simone talking about how she doesn't want a 9-to-5 guy, not really a guy who has a skill trade. She wants an entrepreneur or maybe even a rapper, athlete, somebody with an exciting job, right? That's what B. Simone was looking for. I think that Latoya is looking for the same thing, man. She thinks that she can go out and get one of these guys that she truly wants, okay? That she is chasing after. Trust and believe. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Latoya is in one of these guys' DMs. Women DM men all the time. But when you have your wife, the mother of your kids, right, basically telling you to your face that she thinks she can do better than you, then you've lost that battle. You'd say it yourself that you both are going in opposite directions. You are the type of guy that women settle for when they're done having their fun. He's not the type of guy, this guy Adam Ali, he's not the type of guy that women want when they're in their 20s and 30s. This is the type of guy they want when they're in their 40s or close to their 50s, and they are not, they're not seen the same way anymore. Okay? See, Latoya is probably going to be one of those women who are going to be going off on older men for dating younger women. She's probably going to be that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Even though she had what seems like a decent guy who she doesn't want. She doesn't want this guy. She basically told this guy to his face that he wasn't good enough and she could do better. And there were a bunch of red flags, but he ignored them because he really wanted it to work. Because men don't file for divorces, man. When men walk down that aisle, they really believe in those vows. There are a lot of women who do not. Married, especially if they get married at a young age, they're ready to get up on out of that. And that is why women should stop asking men why they don't want to get married. Now, y'all can't say that this is a quote unquote celebrity couple. They're YouTubers, man. Let's be real. They're YouTubers, okay? I wouldn't say that they're celebrities. So we can't use that excuse. Okay? So we have to look at it from the premise of you have a couple who, yes, does YouTube, but they're not in the entertainment industry like that. Okay? And they are even having issues. She don't want to be in that situation. Men don't want to get married. Men, don't matter if the man is a celebrity or not. Y'all can talk about celebrity this, celebrity that all you want to. It ain't just celebrities getting divorced. Divorces happen all the time. I read stories all the time from average, everyday people messing around with other people during quarantine, breaking up because of the quarantine, divorcing because of the quarantine. Now, in this situation with Adam and Latoya Forever, I think that a lot of these couples on YouTube, for the most part, they're just together for that check. Let's just be real. For that clout, for that attention. A lot of them probably sleep in separate bedrooms. Wouldn't surprise me. Especially when you have like one of these women, like these domineering women who have a channel and she be dragging her husband into the videos. Like he act like he didn't want to be there. Imagine the conversations when the camera ain't rolling. Who wants to be in a relationship like that? Like if I'm vlogging with my girl, it's going to be fun. It's not going to be, oh, we got to do this. Because people going to see right through that. People going to see right through that. But if you were able to keep up that facade, it may work. But behind the scenes, it could be a situation where, you're not fighting with her. There's no tug of war. You're giving her everything she wants. So there's no the excitement for her is for her to be able to push her buttons and you be able to stand your ground. And when you're not doing that, she's going to feel like you're not man enough. She's going to think that you're not masculine enough. And what we have going on in society, and I spoke about it earlier, you have a decline in masculinity. And it has a lot to do with women shaming men for being aggressive as far as approaching, compliments, men being able to be honest, instead of hiding their true beliefs, hiding how they feel. Men being able to express themselves in the proper manner, not improper, but in the proper manner. And a lot of those men are being shamed. A lot of those men are being criticized, forced to apologize. They're being reprimanded. There's a decline in masculinity. Like, y'all seen the thing where you had the woman walking around and men were trying to, holler at her. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the mansplaining? The manspreading, but manspreading, right? Just anything that would be considered masculine, people started to hammer away at it, But what happens when you're looking for that in a mate and you can't find it? And what you don't realize is that it was fun trying to destroy a man's masculinity. But what happens when you're looking for a man who's masculine and you can't find it? And you have to be unhappy and settle for the men that you really don't want. There was a stat or a poll that said that a lot of feminists, there was a lot of feminists that are attracted to conservative men. Okay, they're not going to say that publicly, but privately, they actually are attracted to conservative men with opposing viewpoints as them, because in a woman's case, opposites do attract. This is why you will see a woman who's from the suburbs, 2-parent household structure, go and date a guy who's from a broken home, who's in the streets, because she's attracted to that, the opposite of what she is. Almost like in full rebellion, even though you got women in their 30s and 40s who still act the same way, they're still in rebellion mode, when they should have outgrown that, but they haven't been able to outgrow that. This is very different times we're in, people. Very different times. And I think that if you are a woman and you appreciate a man for being a man, you need to express that. Don't be afraid to express that, because the women around you are going to shame you for that. They're going to say you're a pygmy. They're going to say that you're desperate, but they're the ones that are desperate because they're dating men that they're taking care of financially. They've given up their femininity in order to control a household, control a grown man, to control a human being. There are women that actually want to be in those situations, but then they wonder why they cannot find a man to, they cannot find a man to take care of them and lead them, right? This is why they're trying to learn femininity at an older age, because they're tired of being that woman who's financially taking care of everything and everybody. But you should have thought of that before you swallowed this feminism BS, okay? Before you went out there trying to be a PC, a fighter for political correctness, going at every man who acts like a man, you and your, effeminate cohorts. And what are you going to be left with? You see, nothing good happens for a nice guy. Nice guys are considered attractive to women when they are older with money. Okay? That's when a woman wants them. Y'all can't tell me any differently. Because if you're not with a man who's a so-called nice guy, you cannot tell me differently. Okay? If a woman, again, we are talking about relationships, because there are women who will probably sleep with a guy who's not a nice, sleep with a guy who isn't a nice guy, quote unquote. But we're talking about relationships, and we're talking about how a lot of guys just fall into this trap. This guy, Adam, fell into a trap, man. He thought that he found the woman of his dreams, the woman to be the mother of his kids, the wife, the family. It all turned out to be a waste of time. Waste of years. Now, I know you don't regret your kids, but you regret the time you spent with a woman who clearly was looking for a way out, who thinks she can do better than you. Imagine being in that situation. Imagine being a guy who, you're with somebody and you're all in, right? You're all in on this woman, but she is not all in on you because she believes she can do better than you. So basically, all you've done was waste your time and energy trying to keep that together when she was looking for a way out. She planted those seeds and made you have, no, I say made you, but you ended up going to file the paperwork to dissolve everything. And you can tell from the video that this guy did not get any resistance from Latoya. Latoya put up no resistance towards this divorce, which lets you know everything you need to know. And it would not surprise me if she already has a man. It would not surprise me, because when a woman is so quick to leave a relationship, she already got somebody. Okay? She'll let a little time pass, but just like with Megan Fox, nobody even knew that Megan Fox divorced her husband until they saw her out with MGK. That's when people are like, oh, she's single? Then it comes out that they're divorcing because she just couldn't help herself. Couldn't help herself. That's how it is, man. Maybe it gets to a point where she can't help herself and she's out and about with somebody else, man. It probably wouldn't take that long. She don't respect this guy. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's just out and about with the new guy. I mean, there are cameras everywhere. I mean, even though she's not really I wouldn't say a super well-known person. I mean, locally, people may know her. They may snap a picture of her if she's out and about. Or, let's say these blogs that need content, they're somewhere, they see somebody, they follow her social media, right? And they're looking at pictures, seeing who's there, and it's, oh, she's with this person, throw it up. Or she was at what party? Because y'all know they opened up in certain places so people can go party and things of that nature, These are very different times, man. A lot of you guys need to wake up and understand that you have two roads you can take. You can take the one that's most traveled, that is the most painful. You can take the road that's less traveled with what he said in his words, peace,